What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Noah Dorsey. I'm back with another product review of the iPad 10th generation 2022. I just want to get right into this video and say that this iPad has been amazing for me. I've had it since November of 2022. It is now January 2025, and this iPad works like a beast. You can do plenty of things like playing games on this. You can play Roblox, Fortnite, anything. You can do editing on this. The editing on this is amazing. Has really good quality when it comes to editing, moves really fast, and I think this is your best deal when it comes to getting a cheap, affordable iPad. This actually works. So I just want to start off by saying I had an iPad 7th generation. The iPad 7th generation bent at one point because it was so slim and skinny that it easily just bent. I didn't do anything to this to make it bend, so when this bent, it was really confusing to me. I didn't understand how it was happening. I was just like, there's no way this happened. It was a really good iPad. This one was more heavier than the iPad 10th generation is. This one had more, like just a slimmer body, and I just really didn't like it because it's too easy to just bend, and it got bent right in the motherboard, so it just automatically broke and went out one day, and I was not pleased with that. So I ended up getting the iPad 10th generation in November of 2022, and this one works like a beast. Like I said, you can do a lot of stuff on here. So I want to get started in the iPad 10th generation versus iPad 7th generation back. So the iPad 10th generation has a 10.9 inch display. That's pretty big to have for just some small hands. I don't have big hands, and I think this is amazing, especially with the case on it. Now the iPad 7th generation only had a 10.2 inch display. Now, the iPad 10th generation has an A14 Bionic chip, while the iPad 7th generation only has an A10 Fusion chip. Now, you think about it. Think about how much better that is for chip-wise when it comes to the iPad 10th generation than the iPad 7th generation. It works like a beast. It runs super fast because the iPad 7th generation now has the 6-core GPU, 4-core GPU, anything. The iPad 10th generation has a 12 megapixel wide camera and 4K video, while the iPad 7th generation only has an 8 megapixel wide camera with 1080 pixel video. The iPad 10th generation comes with a landscape 12 megapixel center stage camera. So the center stage camera means it is right here in the middle. It's not your traditional iPad where it was on top. It is in the middle now, and I think I like that better than what it was on the iPad 7th generation where the camera was only on the top, and I think the top camera is not as good because when you're going to be on FaceTime with your friends or something like that while playing a game, you're going to have your iPad down. You're going to have it landscape. Now, you're not going to have it sideways, and it was always hard for me because I was trying to show my face. It was super hard because it was only showing half of my face sometimes. So this one shows my whole face, and then with this one, when you're on FaceTime with somebody, the camera moves around with you. And I really love that, and I think that's something Apple came out with that is really good. Now the iPad 7th generation only has that 1.2 megapixel FaceTime HD camera, which is not good at all. The iPad 7th generation has a USB-C connector, while the iPad 7th generation only has a Lightning connector. Now I like the USB-C better. My whole family has USB-C chargers, like it's around the house, so it was much easier than finding a Lightning connector. And this one, when it comes to Touch ID, this one, the Touch ID button is up here. In the iPad 7th generation, the Touch ID button was in the home button. Now, I really didn't like the home button, but now I'm trying to get my iPad fast, all I have to do is press this. The iPad 10th generation has landscape stereo speakers, while the iPad 7th generation only has stereo speakers. They both have 2 microphones, and they both work perfect. The iPad 10th generation has Wi-Fi 6, while the iPad 7th generation only has Wi-Fi 802.11 AC. The iPad 10th generation has 5G cellular, while the iPad 7th generation only has 4G LTE cellular. They both support Apple Pencil, but the iPad 10th generation has a better Apple Pencil, the one that supports USB-C. They both support Magic Keyboards and Smart Keyboards, and I'm gonna just get into like this one is more lighter, and you would expect this one to be more heavier because it has more stuff in it. That one is kind of heavy just for the smaller. If you guys can feel the difference in it, this one is heavier and this one is lighter, and you expect it to be the other way around. The iPad 7th generation started at a very low price of only $300, and the iPad 10th generation starts for Wi-Fi from $349 and Wi-Fi plus cellular at $499. Now, I want you guys to guess which one is the best buy. I think the iPad 10th generation is your best buy if you're looking for a cheap, affordable option in 2025 that you can do everyday work tasks on, which includes texting, editing, work calls, Zoom calls, business stuff, anything. You can use this as a business iPad at a coffee shop or anything. I think this one works amazing. This one has really good quality. I think this is the best buy you can get in 2025 for a cheap option. Now, my name is Noah Dorsey. I thank you guys for watching this video. I'm really excited to keep doing more videos like this. I'm willing to get out there and do more. And thank you guys for watching. My name is Noah Dorsey.